I'm Heather Green, and here is my video. The first question is addressing some of the themes. I couldn't think of anything creative to do for that, so I'm just going to be direct and succinct and answer the questions. On the first question, characteristics and behaviors that might be challenges, 4 out of 5 people basically stated that I need to be less bossy and less of a planner, which is definitely a difficulty for me. Not necessarily the bossy part, I could definitely tone it down on that, but as far as planning, I could be quite a lot more flexible in that area. As far as areas of strength, the theme for that was basically tenacity, just sticking to it, and the fact that I'm organized and able to read people pretty well makes sticking to my plan a lot easier. So tenacity was the theme for areas of strength. Why I chose social work? My son had the best one. I think it was to make elderly people's lives better. I thought that was really sweet. He really does listen, even though I don't think he does. Everyone else said that it was a calling and that I have a spirit for people, and basically that I like everybody, and so social work was just a fitting thing for me to do. Question number 4, the theme for what do people admire? Brutal honesty is the basic theme for what do you admire. Some of the direct and indirect power blocks that I experienced in this process, the indirect power block was that I wasn't sure what people were going to say, and so I had a hard time picking who it was that I was going to ask, just to make sure that I didn't want to pick people who were going to give me sugar-coated answers, so I had a hard time deciding who it was that I was going to pick to ask these questions to. And I think I got a pretty broad spectrum from my 10-year-old son all the way up to some elderly family members and friends and acquaintances that know me pretty well. I didn't experience any direct power blocks. Basically, I have access to the internet. I have cell service. I'm not in an area where I have limited access to people or to the things that I need to accomplish this task, this video. So I didn't experience any direct power blocks. Nobody said no. The biggest empowerment takeaway for this project was probably that I discovered that other people's perceptions really do affect me in an indirect way, but their opinions have power, more power than I expected. So going into this, I thought, oh, this isn't going to be too hard, but asking people these questions really made me reflect on why I was so reticent to ask certain people, but not others. And then the final, how will this influence my practice? I think basically that this would be a great boost of self-esteem for a client, this whole process and asking these questions of people and getting real brutal, honest answers about people's true perceptions of yourself. It might be a good reality testing tool to use later in practice with clients. Outside of that, knowing that your words have power to change a person's perspective on themselves is probably one of the things that will stick pretty well in my mind after having taken this course. All right, thank you for listening. See you guys later.